What's up, nerds? Welcome back to another episode of the Aggressively Average Angler podcast. Tonight, we got to talk about some new things. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. We got to talk about a lot of new things. There's like a ton of stuff just dropped around the Bassmaster Classic, a great place to drop new baits if you can't wait until ICAST. That's essentially what like companies want to drop some new stuff for spring. What better stage to do it than the Bassmaster Classic? And apparently there was a tournament or something going on too. Did you hear that, Paul?
Two tourneys. So
Two
there was
tournaments.
the boat Bassmaster
Yep.
Classic, and then there was the kayak Bassmaster Classic. So
Kayaks
we
are
had
not boats, apparently,
you get it.
according to the
We
internet.
actually need to make that T-shirt on the next members only. I have it written down. It says you should have bought a kayak.
Sure.
And it's gonna be like a guy like gassing up a boat and like money just shooting out of the back of the boat. That's what that's gonna be, and it's gonna be should have bought a
Cha-ching.
kayak.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were two tournaments going on, and you know what? I think this happened in the NFL where people were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we need to start the season early and earlier and earlier and start hyping things up earlier and earlier." And I think that ICAST might be like
Yeah.
become a second tier because people can release things so early in the spring, and that's when people are buying baits because they're coming out of winter.
Right.
And that's when like people are ready to spend their money. I think that the show might actually end up being the classic. It's very possible. There's a lot of people who might let me
You
there are
know what
people
it
who
is?
don't have their baits ready and
Yeah.
they already have releases and they get the boost. They'll still be hyped at ICAST, but they'll have already been on the market and they'll have already had sales. And I think people might be like, "Ooh, that may have hurt us in
No,
July."
I disagree. I think ICAST states its claim for being the pre-release showcase, and
Like too
Bassmaster Classic
early, and
is
then the actual releases ends up being the
yeah.
next year's back. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Right? Right? Because like how many times
It's
have we
so
been to
disappointing.
ICAST?
It's so
We're
disappointing.
like, this is amazing. When can I have it? And they're like, next year,
Well,
maybe.
like,
And we're
so we
like,
just got the
what?
low pro. We got the low pro batteries in
Yep.
February, right? And the
Yep.
low
From
pro
last
was
year's
was
ICAST.
was shown at ICAST, and that was in July. So,
Yep.
I mean, that's 8 months.
Public availability of the Wilderness Inflatable was like March. The Isle
They said
barely.
October. They said October. No, not
Yep.
even. They said October for the foot steering from Big Adventures. That's barely out still. There's
Yeah.
quite a few releases that even baits, like even a lot of bait. Z-Man, not so much, but other companies, even their baits, and like even
Yeah.
TFO's rod releases, still some of them aren't out. So yeah,
Yep.
you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah. It feels like it's it's more the theory of the product is like dropped at ICAST. How many times have we been at the Yak Attack booth and broken something because it was a full-on demo product? Like so many, they 3D printed the first leaderboard. We saw it a year before it dropped. And the guy who was I can't remember what his name was, but the guy who was demoing it, who wasn't Wade, he snapped it off of the rotogrip holder and he was like,
That was
oops.
the So the one that's really bad is, and I think it's just because they're having issues getting it right, might be the forward-facing
Yep.
sonar holder.
I
Um,
know. I want it
I
so
feel
bad.
bad because I really want that. I'll be honest with you. I'm
Yeah.
actually ready to wire that up in the U10 just because I can, and I know
Yeah.
I'm capable, and I want to just show how to do it. And I probably only use it 20% of
Right.
the time, but I want to do it. But I want to wait for the right arm, and I don't want that sniper $500 metal
It's
arm.
650 actually.
You get it. So I don't
Yeah.
want that. That it's just
Yeah.
there's look, you guys, and I'll be honest with you, Jeff and I vacillate all the time where people will be like, "Oh, I have this expensive thing. Do you want it?" And I'm like, frankly,
No.
no. It's beautiful. It's great.
Yeah.
It might be the best,
Yeah.
but it's also the most expensive, and we just don't always think that that is the
Yeah.
best option. So we don't always showcase it either. So I
Right.
think that falls into that bucket when it comes to kayak fishing too.
Yeah, I think so for sure. But at any rate, we got a lot of stuff that we want to talk about tonight. So we're going to be doing that. And we're actually going to do a little screen share, you guys. We're going to go through, I think, like the best resource that I could find for this, where everything was like in one place, was Tackle Warehouse. So I'm going to hop on there. They actually have a full on like separate landing page for all of the new releases. A lot of it is just like colors, but there are actual like new
There are some
baits, new
baits.
products.
You've already
Yeah.
seen a few.
Yep. And I'm actually holding on to one
I got a bunch
right now.
on the
We got
wall.
that and the Baby Jack as well, but we did get the
Yeah.
Evo Mini Maxes in. We ordered 2 colors each for those. So we're going to be testing those out, as well as the 3.5-inch chatter shad. I've already fished this and caught a fish on it this year. Actually, it was like I don't know, decent three chunky, like 3.5 pounder.
Hey,
I was happy
anytime
with
you're
it.
getting over 2.5 in Midwest, I feel like you said that's good fish territory. Actually,
Good
no,
fish territory.
2 pounds and above is good fish territory.
Right,
3 and
right.
above is nice fish territory. 4 and above is dang, and 5 is like fish of the year. Might be the fish of the season
Yeah.
for you.
I caught a dang fish this
Mm-hmm.
weekend in the blistering cold winds, 42-degree water. Little like 4.24 pounder. It was pretty sick. I was pumped. And it was on the juvie craw, which I like never fish. In a new color. Look at that.
Dude,
A
I'm
new
telling
bait.
you right now, I think I've told you the juvie craw is like when I go to the cottage in St. Clair, that's
Yeah.
what I give to
That's
people when I'm like, we can catch you a fish. It's
a
like
great
it's
play there.
it's either that or the drop shot. And it's like if you want to catch a bass, I'm putting on the juvie craw. If you want to catch anything, I'm going worm on a drop shot.
Yep, exactly. All right. So quick updates. When is the Kayak Adventure Series Springfield, Ohio
June.
again?
I think it's the first or second week of June.
Okay, so again, just quick reminder: Kayak Adventure Series, Springfield, Ohio, first or second week of June. Just look it up on the website.
We gotta go talk to the guys. I think we should have them on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll connect with Drew and probably Ilyakin and the boys and get something going. But we're planning on being at the Springfield, Ohio event. So if you guys want to be there, we'll be there. What you got?
So Drew is just at the obviously fishing the classic, and so is Ilyakin. So I'm gonna reach out to both of them.
Sick.
And we will get them on the show individually, or we'll go on the Adventure Series podcast as they start hyping up tournaments, because the first ones actually happen in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So all the southern regions start up in the next couple of weeks. So I think it's perfect time, actually. So I will reach out to Drew. We'll get something rolling, and then I'll reach out to Ilyakin too, and we'll get him on the podcast. So I already reached out to him. I want to get him on. It's just schedule-wise. He does so much fishing. Yeah. Super jealous. Would love to do that.
I know. Wouldn't that be neat? Oh, well.
Well, he has a full-time job that is the same thing that he does for fishing. It's like social media promotion. So
that works out.
It does.
I tried that for a little bit. My quick update, you guys. I'll do a brief update, and then we'll get into the Q of the D. So those who don't know, I posted it in the community section of the YouTube channel. I was actually unemployed for the last 3 weeks. So I unfortunately lost my job 3 weeks ago. And had to figure something out. Ask Paul. I was scrambling. I was hustling, baby. I was all over LinkedIn and hitting up all my connections.
The carpet bombing the resume.
Literally doing that. I did a bunch of interviews. Luckily, like I have enough experience and expertise that I was able to land a gig that I'm very excited about. So I have a new position. I'm working for a company. They're called Vessel Advisors. I sell fractional CFO services. I'm the sales manager. So really pumped about that. And at the same time, I actually revived my own business where
gave it a facelift.
I gave it a facelift. I changed it up a little bit, but I have a separate YouTube channel. So if you know anybody in sales or who owns a business, I do sales training. I've got 15 years in sales experience, and I share everything I know on there. I just give away systems. Like, I'm not even selling anything right now. I'm literally like, what we do here, buy it or don't. Literally don't buy it. I have nothing for sale.
It's just don't.
I'm just teaching sales. So if anybody wants like helpful guide, I'm here for you, but go check out Coach Burley on YouTube, and Charles will probably pop it up in the chat for me because he's a G and he helped me set up my website and all that stuff. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick life update there, not take up too much time on the show. But if you want to show some support, it'd be huge help for me. Subscribe to that channel, share it with anybody you know that is in sales. I'm just trying to grow it from scratch. And if y'all have not started a YouTube channel, then you don't know the joys. Starting fresh in 2025 is pretty sketchy.
You're better off trying to become a chess pro. It's just
well, maybe I'll be a chess pro too. We'll see. But yeah, that's the new journey. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. But all right. Let's get into the Q of the D. Oh, and next members only live. And we had a bunch of new members from last week, from the last couple of weeks, actually. So next members only live is April 15th. It's Tuesday, April 15th, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. We do giveaways on our members only lives, if you guys don't know, and you get the behind the scenes peek with us. We talk about all sorts of stuff we can't talk about here. And it's a lot of fun. So Paul is apparently cutting his hoodie open.
You don't
You're
mod your
always doing
hoodies?
something weird. You like if you're not cutting calluses, you're peeling the logo off of a hoodie, or now you're
Yeah.
cutting the collar open.
This
I
one's
love
just
it.
been bothering me.
That hoodie is a funky size. Fair enough. I gave
I
mine
mean,
to my
this
wife.
works, but it's
Yep.
like this was all like loosey goosey, and I didn't like it, so I'm just opening it
Mhm.
up, and now it is what it is. I've got
Yep.
4 of them, so it's like
This is fair. All right. So Q of the D, let's jump in. I got a lovely comment, you guys, and it begs the question. Did you see that comment, Paul?
uh,
It was great.
did I see it?
You can
I'm a
assume that.
hawk, bro. I see 99% of what comes through.
You just skate on by most of the time. But
I
I stopped in to chat with this fella, but this feller decided to drop in a comment and relate us to some other like gear unboxing channel, but for like weapons, pew pews. It was like, you're just like this channel. You guys are such a joke. All you do is unbox. Do you even fish, bro? And
yeah.
I love that comment. I just love it. And I was like, well, perhaps you have not heard of winter and ice and like what happens to people who don't live where you live, apparently. And I just help the gentleman understand that there are different weather patterns in different parts of the northern hemisphere, to the best of my abilities. I'm sure it didn't sink in at all. And also I reminded him that we have a whole fishing playlist. I was like, yes, here. Also, by the way. But I will say, our first like official trip, I've been out twice. Paul's been out once, and it's just because I snuck out on my last day unemployed.
Good man.
I was like,
Gotta do it.
Paul, I have one more day unemployed. I'm going
So
fishing.
gotta
And I
do
did.
it.
And it was great. And I caught a bunch of fish, and it was awesome. And then Paul and I went out on Sunday. Sunday? We got? Yeah, Sunday.
Yep.
And my gosh, you guys, it was like, what were the gusts that day? 12, 15?
No,
Like
25.
25 mile an
Yeah.
hour. Awesome. It was just like right in our face.
We
and
had a solid 7
freezing.
till about 10 o'clock, and then from 10 until about 12, it was steady 10, gusts up to
Yep.
25.
But you want to know what was cool? For
20
me,
degrees.
Yeah, it was 26
Very
degrees
cool.
when we started. The kayaks were frosted. We posted pics of that. It was really windy. Water temp was 42. We fished around and we found nothing for a long time. Jerk baits, Ned rigs, drop shot, literally everything you would think
It
of
was
throwing
jig or
in that type
bust.
of weather. And it turned out like right after Paul had to leave super early, so he only got to be on the water for like an hour. But after he left, I caught that 4.2 pounder that was on the groovy craw, which was sick. That was after 3 hours of work, so I was like, let's go.
I mean,
awesome.
I think I switched to the jig like 30 minutes before that, and it was like
Yeah,
I got a couple follows, and I was like, all right, now we're
Yeah.
cooking with gas here.
This whole lake is a bowl, right? And we found a spot that was like,
No, the lake is like peppered with humps. It's like,
yeah, well,
it's
you
like
have to
all
find
ledges. It's ledges and humps. There's nothing else. One
So
sandbar.
we ran the ledges, cranks, jerk baits, drop shot,
Yeah.
jigs, like nothing was happening. But I found a spot, and I got a bite, missed him, pitched right back in, and caught him on the second cast, which was sick. And then I ended up catching on a swim bait, the Vitalian that I haven't been able to catch on yet. So it was
Which
like my second time fishing it.
I actually grabbed the night before and was like, I will fish this. This is going to be the bait. And they're almost the same color. So I was like, fart.
Yeah. It was like by the ramp too, where it like drops. It's like 3 feet from the ramp forever, and then it goes to 7, then 100 feet.
It's one of the humps. Yeah.
Yep. So I just fished a jerk bait around there and absolutely demolished them after that. Caught a pike, first pike of the year. That was neat. Not just a little hammer handle. He wasn't big, but yeah, a couple of decent fish, swim bait fish, and a big fish on a jig. So yes, we do fish, bro.
The big thing was getting the new builds out and figuring them out, making sure everything works the way it's supposed to, looking for opportunities. I already looked at the camera angle on the boomstick and a few other things. So we're figuring some stuff out, which is good. And really, we had like one very minor issue, but otherwise everything worked the way it was supposed to. I'm proud of us.
2 issues.
What
2
happened?
issues.
What else happened?
So we got these Amazon battery connectors, so we could do a flush mount connect in the back. You guys are going to see the build. Somebody was asking too about the new Canoe U10 build. That will be dropping next week. This week?
Next Friday.
Is that Friday? Next Friday. What's this Friday?
Rigs.
Something else?
Combos.
Which rigs? Oh, all right. So yeah, so this Friday's video will be all of our spring combos, rods, reels, all that stuff. And then next Friday will be the U10 and the unlimited builds, which we finished filming at the ramp when we went fishing this weekend, which was a fun little warm up for the session. And they were frosty for that little walkthrough. But yeah, we got these flush like hull connectors, and it's like the Connect Ease type connectors that snap together. Unfortunately, the Amazon ones are a little loose on the connection, so I got to figure out a solution there. It worked for the rest of the day.
I got an
had
idea, and I think it's a
position
good one.
right. Okay, so we'll figure that out. The other one I had was we were using the Yak Attack wheels, and I unfortunately like dropped my kayak off of them, and I think I loosened the connection on my Newport. So I got out on the water, and my Newport like wasn't turning on, so I had to disconnect the negative connector, put it back on. And yeah, so the Low Pro, I was like, oh no, did I break my Low Pro? Luckily, it worked the rest of the time. I was ripping around that lake. It was a blast. You were there. It was like
I don't remember you having that issue. I remember the connector, but I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I had both. It was both motors were the problem.
God,
but
dang.
We figured it out. It's fine. We got out there. Also, shout out to Jacob Newman, who just dropped a $5 super chat for us. Appreciate you, man. Hey, love all the videos. Thanks for giving me something to look forward to watch daily. I love the question mark at the end of that.
I think it was supposed to be an exclamation point, hopefully, because otherwise it's a very suspect $5. I don't know. Thanks for that. Maybe, I don't know.
We appreciate you, Jacob. Hopefully you do enjoy the videos. Man.
Oh, dang.
Awesome. Oh, and a veteran angler, not aggressively average, veteran angler has become a YouTube member as well. We'll see you April 15th for the
April 15th. That's right. Tuesday night, 8:15 p.m. Eastern, same time, same place now. And we do have a lot of fun. And actually, that reminds me, Peter, from our last members, I have a huge bag of baits for you, Peter. But I don't have your address. So if Peter's here today, please send me your address. I'll check in again next month. But after that, heck, maybe Veteran Angler is going to win it, and I'll send him that bag. We'll see. That one was tailor-made for you. You asked for Topwater and JDM. I got a lot of good stuff in there.
But bro, we need an address to send it to.
I just need to know where to send it. Just need to know where.
Look us up with the deeds. Also, Veteran Angler joined the Shart Deucers, so let's go. It's Snorlax.
Hey, you can help me design the T-shirt, buddy. You can help me design the T-shirt. Should have bought a kayak. We're gonna work on that one April 15th. I'm excited for that one. That one's actually pretty funny. I like that. Could if the decal is good, it could end up being a keeper. It might end up being up there with Flip Around.
We did drop the Paul's Ice Auger decal and shirt option as well. I know it's post ice season, but the decal's juice. It's just a bloody ice fishing auger like on the ice. It's great. So check it out on the Shopify, you guys. All right, let's get into new baits though, because we got some stuff to share with y'all. So I'm gonna share my screen over here. There it is. Check that out. That's it. There's one bait. First gen 2025. There's a bunch of lures. So this one I did see. It's got like an interesting little concept to it, but this is the first gen Copperhead mini bladed jig. Personally, I think we've said this 1,000 times. We're always going just Z-Man chatterbaits.
I can't look. I just can't.
It looks interesting. It's got.
You know what this is? This is a hybrid Thunder Cricket slash. Yeah,
it's more subtle.
Slash jackhammer. Yeah. Slash whatever that Mustad one was.
Yeah.
Like neat. It's like all three in one.
Yep. It's interesting. $1 off at $9. 6 Cents decided to just drop this bad boy here, which is seen this. You remember, is it the Fightin' Fish?
Yeah.
From Dean Rojas Fightin' Fish from Big Bite Baits.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't get behind this stuff.
So we have this now, the Flip Gill, which, is the thing that you can get. April 9th.
There's nothing wrong with the bait in general. It's fine. I
love a kicky feet one for topwater.
I don't know that it's for. It is, but I think it might be meant to be a trailer. I just don't know. Yeah. I haven't fished it.
Or it just kicks on the drop. So that's interesting. So we got the Flip Gill, the Buzz Gill. These did just drop. I think that's 4-incher. These are biggins.
They're not small. 3.8 and a 4.
That's a pretty juicy color there, I will say. I'd try it. I don't know. It's just not going to hold up with their normal plastics.
Yep. I don't know.
The way that their normal plastics are.
What's an easy casting combo?
This happened. So we now have another plopper on the market. This prop bait coming at $12.99. which isn't that. So first of all, I'll say, I think Bass Pro Cabela's right now. I got a message from my buddy Ted. Berkeley Chapos are like $7. So like if you want a Berkeley Chapo for half off, they're on sale at Cabela's Bass Pro. Anybody's looking for that. Anybody wants some top water action? As I'm looking at the 6 cents bait, go buy that one instead. But this one does exist now. I saw them drop this and I was like, no way, bro. No way. I like the bluegill color, but $12.99, another prop bait. What are we doing? What are we doing, you guys? Anyways, all right. Abu drops a new 2-piece casting combo. Interesting. Okay, the easy cast, $60. That's wild.
6-1 to 1.
Yeah, look at this reel.
6-1. What are we doing?
What in the heck?
Honestly,
all right.
What are we doing, guys?
I don't know.
I'd rather spend 150. Yep. And not.
Did you see this? The new Commander.
What?
In that army green. This is the Arc Commander casting rod. That army green.
There's your 150.
Insane. Yeah. I did see, so Cashin dropped the Lone Star edition, the leather one.
It's kind of cool.
I don't know if that's on here though.
Not for me, but
I know.
All right, so what's going on? 4th gen. Okay, so new blanks. Okay. Don't love the paint. Just in general, guys, after hearing some rod builders talk about what happens when you paint those bright colors and do a wrap, apparently it saps the action on a lot of these.
Hang on, I'm gonna find it. Cash in Lone Star.
Let's see.
Where is it?
So they are EVA foam at $150.
Which one are you looking at? Because you're not screen sharing. What do you want me pulling
I'm still looking at that the Arc Commander.
Oh, the Commander. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going back up to it just so they have a little referencey here.
I don't know how I feel about this one. I love Arc, you guys, just in general. But I don't know about that one.
Wild.
I don't know about that one for me. Gravity 2 is on there, which we have just unboxed. Jeff has it. Bait Finesse. Oh, this is a big one. Did you see the $200 Bait Finesse?
The $200 Bait Finesse. No, hang on. I'm trying to.
They have a spinning rod, $200.
Which one? For Arc?
Look at the bottom. Yep, bottom left.
Oh.
And they
Bass Finesse, not Bait Finesse.
Oh, yeah, sorry. But they do have a Bait Finesse. So, they have this Bass Finesse, but it's a casting rod. They have the casting, too. They're both $200, which to me seems weird. The real seat on the casting one, though, is bananas.
Yeah, this is wild.
Look at the bait caster.
Wow. Not one rod in this family weighs more than 2.6 ounces.
Yep.
That's a little wild. Okay, yep. Where's the
upper?
They have a BFS one too?
All the way to the top. 3rd one in. Oh. 4th one in.
Bass Finesse casting, $200. Yep. Okay.
Look at the real seat.
They zoom in on it.
Titanium guides. I don't know what a nano force ring is. But apparently they're really small. And it's just a ceramic ring.
The guides.
Yeah. They have this is their new 46-ton blank. So I don't know. I would definitely try this though. It's got to be wicked light.
It do be pretty wild. So I can't find Cashin has nothing on the Lone Star.
Yeah, I think it was only available at the show.
I know. I wanted to show it, but anyways, if you guys don't know, just check out Cashin's social media pages. You'll see it there. But they did leather wrapped handle or butt section of the rod, which was really cool looking, to hang up on your wall or something. I don't know if I would love fishing with that, but it was a cool concept build, I would call it. And I definitely like the idea of once in a while doing more of a collector's type build or a concept build. I think we talked about that with the blackout new canoe. Remember, we were like, what? I'm not fishing out of it because it's going to be 1,000,000 degrees in the sun, but I would sure as heck put it in my living room on display if I had the room for it.
Yeah. Somebody asked about the Brandon Cobb spinning, or I guess combos in general.
Yep.
They're only
Here's a brand new
100. They're only $100.
Army foam. It's that foam handle.
Yeah.
Cork on the bottom, but this part will be foam.
I
Yeah,
mean, for
$100
$100,
rod.
the cattle. I think it's just. Is it just a? I think it's
Still, let's see, 40-ton blank. I've liked. So I've had
the 46. By the way, that's the new one. So that's the one they're putting in their other rods.
Yeah. We've each had at least one arc rod, maybe two.
I've had two, and I got one still in rotation.
I've liked them. I use mine as my heavy stick right now. I'd be open to trying some more for
Bass AF 817 says cash and rods felt a little soft. The old elements. I kind
of. Mine hasn't been. The old element, not the Element Z2, the old one.
No, the old one.
Huh? I mean, I have like 3, and I have the BFS one.
But you have the new ones. You have the blue ones. Those are all new. I haven't used the old Element. I use the old Icons. And the old Icons, I was going to say no. I think they're a little on the heavy side, but I've never had the Elements, so I don't know.
Well,
we haven't tested the new ones yet, you guys. I haven't used the new Element yet. I did use the new Icon, my favorite one, the one that I expect is going to be my favorite, and it is incredible. So I've always loved the Icon series. It's worth the money.
Yeah, I've used the Element BFS this year. It was solid. Definitely had a lot more backbone in it than I thought it would.
Yeah,
and I actually
used
it
more like Salt Finesse almost.
I used it for BFS swim baits, which was great. Haven't caught anything on them yet this year, but I will. I'm pretty stoked for them. And then we got the Gravity 2. Check this out, you guys. We have this. You'll be seeing this in a fishing video. I actually fished this on my jerkbait setup, caught a bunch of fish on it this weekend, and it is surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good?
Maybe not surprisingly. Surprisingly is the wrong word for it. You will be surprised if you had no hopes for arc reels. Like
at how good it is for the dollar.
Like for $100 out of the box, this thing was really smooth. I really enjoyed fishing with it this weekend. I did not get the 6.4. I had the 7.1 in a lefty because I'm a lefty boy. That's how I roll, dog.
Also, like 6s, I just have no reason for it.
Yeah,
I can make a 7.1 do what a 6.5 can do.
Exactly. I have one 6.4 reel. It's my Shimano SLX DC, and I never use it. But I have loved this reel. 2 trips out with this thing. It's a blast. If you're looking for a $100 reel, I can recommend it. If you like arc, I would consider this one. Look at the balance on that boy. Hang on, I gotta let the people see.
This is with a 2500. This is with a 2500 Stratic.
Which, by the way, you guys, we just ordered another Stratic FM. I'm gonna be putting it on my medium. I told
Jeff, you gotta get one.
I'm a fancy boy now. That's on your. Is that the Tatula? Wait, no, that's your Great Lakes that you broke. That was broken. You didn't break it. It was.
Broken. I didn't break it.
You guys, it was so sad. So we're all excited to test out these new Great Lakes Finesse rods. This is actually a really good call out. We got to call this out. And it's a newish drop relative to Bassmaster Classic. But Great Lakes Finesse dropped the rod series. They're fresh into the rod game. They do ship in rod tubes. Unfortunately, we heard this from Dan. He reached out to us to connect and make sure everything was okay.
So the rod Dan being Dan Miguel, who is the brand manager and the sort of brain behind
founder, visionary,
and the brand in general.
Yeah. So he's been on the show. He was on a couple weeks ago. Sent us these rods to try out. We each got one. I got mine out, fished it the day before we went fishing, and then I brought Paul's to go fishing, and I jokingly threw it to him. He did catch it, but then afterwards he takes it out of it. It comes in this nice neoprene sleeve. Takes it out of the sleeve, tip is snapped off. And it turns out the initial shipment, like early shipments of this, I guess, some of the tubes were too short. So Dan reached out.
They're making it inch. And so when they pushed the cover in, it was condensing the rod and bending it, or the cap. When you put it in, it was bending the rod in the tube. And then obviously in transit, it gets jostled. Like that's why it's in the tube. And then they, they can, he said, I think he got one, TW got one, somebody else got one, and he was like, all right, we gotta look into this. So they've already fixed, they actually paused shipments right now, and they're rushing tubes in. So they're rush ordering tubes, the new ones, and they've already fixed it, and they have said like, hey, we're gonna stand behind our product. If you get a broken rod, we'll handle it.
Yeah. So,
which is what you want to see. I mean, we see this a lot where people don't do that, or they make it a pain in the neck. It's not a no questions asked. It's like, sell me your child, I'll make a swap, maybe. Like, it's just not. I remember like Ducket sucked.
Oh,
It
to
took
deal
3
with?
months to
Yeah.
get $100 rod. Like, what? And they maybe like cut it up and do all this other stuff. I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I sent you a picture of this thing. It's the guides, the epoxy on the guides falling apart after a season and a half, like on a triad. I'm like, what are we doing here? It's $150. Like, calm down. This is totally different.
Absurd. So yeah, if that happened to anybody, reach out to Dan. He'll take care of you. And if he doesn't, you tell us, and we'll strong arm him, and we'll make him take care of you. No, he's been great about it. So yeah, it was just a heads up.
He believes in his brand. He believes in the company, and he wants to do right by you guys, and he wants to grow the brand. So he's going to take care of you.
So Paul did epoxy together a new tip, and it's no longer a 7.4, it's a 7.3.
Got a little 7.3 guy here, a little 7.2. It actually turned out pretty good, if I'm being honest. So I got the ceramic stainless steel is what we're dealing with here.
Yep.
And it had a foot, which I was actually kind of excited about. And I actually got a whole bunch of them. I got like 8 of them. So this is nice. I mean, honestly, this doesn't look, other than like the more epoxy than it should have, this looks exactly like
it should function.
No, it looks exactly like the Daiwa. $400 Daiwa, $300 Daiwa.
$300 Daiwa, yeah.
They look almost the same.
Love it. So yeah, we'll test that out on the water this weekend, see how it does. All right, back to new things. Berkley came out with a forward-facing sonar braid. What do you think about that, Paul?
That's been out. I think that's an asinine, but whatever.
We saw that at actually Cast King dropped one last year at iCast. That was like the first time I heard about companies coming out with this, but now everybody's got them. Bunch of new colors and some of their other stuff. Credge, we're not talking about. Big Bite, apparently, like, we don't have the flip around and find out. And I was hoping that they had it out. Yet. Where? Where is it?
I think they had it at the show. I saw a bunch of people.
They had it at the show, but it's not like I can't.
But it's not available for production yet.
So I wanted to pull up the FAFO because I gotta here it is on their website. Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up right now. I got a bone to pick with you guys. All right.
I called them out. They never responded.
They never will. This is a flip around, find out. But I mean, we can backdate it on our social media. We have the decal. We came up with
it for a year and a half.
The decal?
We've had the decal for maybe 3 years, actually, 2 or 3 years.
Exactly. It's way longer than that.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so whatever. Listen, we didn't trademark the phrase, but we're just saying give a little credit where credit's due. Maybe send me some FAFOs, like, and make it right, guys.
They tried to make a t-shirt out of it. They were like, what would Jesus flip? And I was like, you know what? I think we win.
What would Jesus flip? What? Okay. Anyway, so here's the flip around, find out. Fletcher Shryock.
Show of emotion.
Shryock. Anyways, it is a cool bait. Like, I would throw this in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I can't now. I can't throw this in good conscience.
Ah, man.
Because jerks. Fine. Cool. Send me 5. I'll forgive you. All right, moving on. What else we got that's new? Oh, this thing is cool. So this, I almost grabbed some of these. We just did a $500 shopping spree, you guys, mostly because of the Stratic FM. All right, that took up most of the shopping cart, but we picked up a bunch of glide baits. We said we were gonna get. We got the new Evos. We actually got some motion fishing. They have their
minnow.
The minnow, but it's the one with the wings, kind of like your Depths Sakamata shad.
Yeah.
And the Zoom winged fluke, like they have one, so we picked those up. We're gonna test
that out.
Theirs
is different though. There's definitely a roller. Like
it's definitely more for mid strolling. So we got some new mid strolling, the range roller owner hook for strolling. Picked up some new sizes of that. We're gonna throw the motion fishing on it. I was pretty excited about that. But this was pretty cool. So this is BizBait's the ring roller jig head, and it's got this additional ring on the line tie. So that's just like a really interesting addition to the action. So I will probably pick this up in the future to see what that actually does for me.
And I would also say the Mooch Minnow is something that we probably need to get to.
Right. So it's somewhere on here, but there's a new size of the Mooch Minnow, a much smaller size, which makes us Midwesterners up in Michigan here really excited. Boogerman baits, bunch of buzz baits that look pretty cool. The HD series buzz bait. I just love the name Booger Man. It's freaking cool.
So Booger Man is actually a video game.
It is, yeah.
It is.
And
I
it's
had
terrible.
it, and I didn't realize.
It's horrible.
Horribly fun. I played it for years.
Really
I actually had
hard
2
and difficult
copies.
and terrible.
I didn't realize how much it's worth. It's worth
$1
a ton
zillion
of money. And I was like,
Yeah.
I had 2. At one point I had 2 of them. One of them was in box.
Yeah. You could have kept it with your Pokemon cards and been a
God,
very
what a
wealthy,
huge
wealthy
error.
guy.
No one who
That's
has
tough,
Pokemon
man.
cards. Who has those?
Loser. All right. Anyways, moving on. Booyah did drop the deep diving flashpoint. We have some of these, so you guys will see us test this out on a new video. Hang on. Boom. Show them. Look at that. Prove it, nerd. Yeah, we got them.
So cool. Look at the blade. It looks like someone glued a blade to the forehead. It's so sick.
They kind of did. That's what they did. They just
You got the
recessed a little spot for it.
Love that.
Yeah, so we're gonna test those out. I caught a bunch on the shallow diver last year. Haven't had a chance to test out the deep diver yet this year. Just wasn't the play yet, but it will be the play, especially when water temps are like 50 degrees. It's like perfect. We're gonna go diving down to 8 to 12 feet and catching fish a little bit deeper on the jerkbait when you can suspend like that, especially with that little flash that you get with the blade. I think that'd be cool. I like it. Rar Fishing is here. Yo, what's up, buddy? How are you? Hope things are good. We already talked all our trash about Arc, so you missed. Sorry.
Hey, no, hold on. Actually, dude, yeah, I have a question. So
I have a quick praise. That Arc Gravity 2, dude, is so sick. I'm pumped. It's on my jerkbait setup this season. I'm really excited to fish it. More. I've already fished it 2 days and it was awesome. Anyways, what's your question for Rar?
Well, I wanted to ask him the commander rods.
Oh yeah, tell us about them.
What do we? Yeah, tell us. Can you tell us some stuff in chat about the commander rods? It sounds like the biggest difference, other than the paint job, obviously, is the new 46-ton blank. Let's see if he knows anything about that rod, because that's kind of like $150 brings it beyond like its value, but it's not cheap anymore. I mean, it's a cheaper rod these days, but like 100 to 150 is probably the new value proposition. So just wondering what maybe makes that one unique.
I'd love to know about that and the Bass Finesse series, because we were looking at the Bass Finesse. That was pretty cool.
The rod looks cool.
The blackout edition is sick. Oh, definitely.
And I love the reel seats on both of them are fire.
All right. Daiwa Cage Casters. I was going to ask you about these, Pauls.
So I think it's the Kage. And
I'm sorry.
I
don't know how to say things. I can't read.
I wanted to be a guy doing things.
Guy being dudes. Guys
being
dudes.
Guy.
Dudes being guy.
But yeah, I think it's just I know there are some different components.
Sure.
But I think it is like essentially the JDM version
Tatula,
of the Tatula. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Dude, it looks sick. Would love to try it. I know the Kage spinning reel. We almost picked up one when we were shopping around this weekend.
And I've heard from people that I trust implicitly that the Kage spinning reel is extremely nice. And they were like, you need to get this one if you're going to get one.
Dude, so the Kage casting could be sick. And then we got the new Tatula 150 and 100. 200. 150 and 200, but they adjusted the little thumb area up there. This is a little different from the SVTW, just different components, but gets you down to that $200 price point instead of, what is it, 220, right? Normally SVTW.
Yep.
But very, very similar. And I love the blackout edition on that versus like the kind of navy-ish color of the SVTWs. But those are sick, dude. They do have a power scope.
They
casting
do.
Rod.
Yeah. This one I kind of get, actually, though.
That grip is kind of sick.
So this rod, I actually think there's a market for this rod, and like I'm in that market. This is why I like the Arc Viper, the old one, so much, because they're medium. I bet you anything that this one would feel like they're medium fast.
Oh, I found one for you, Paul.
Well, yeah. I mean,
would you buy a casting rod for $12.99.
No. I wouldn't buy 3 for $12.99. Look, would I fish it? Sure, but I'm like, that's so far beyond like I can't even. I know my ability to even comprehend the difference, other than just looking at it and knowing it's nice, is insane.
I bet you would.
I can't. I don't think so. I think if you handed me the Great Lakes Finesse and you handed me that one, I'd be like, these are really nice.
These are both swell.
That's it. That would be my review.
I love it. We got some new Tatulas with cork instead of foam, so that's pretty sick. The Tatula cork spinning setup and casting.
Sure,
those are the juice. A little more sensitive than foam.
Steve's travel spinning, $400. Honestly, why? Honestly, why?
Is free, dog.
No, honestly, why?
Are you joshing me right now?
You're telling me
you're not going to go to Hawaii with this briefcase.
I'm going to Hawaii with the opposite. I have the Ardito. You're out of your mind. So
it's because you're a coward.
You're right.
Grow up.
So the X45 wrap blank twist increases accuracy.
What are you talking about?
I'm looking at this $400 travel spinning
rod. Oh, you're still looking at the travel spinning rod.
This is insane. I mean, maximum graphite dense. They literally call it super high volume fiber graphite. What?
This is, hey, I got it. This is for when you go on that road trip in your Bentley and you're like, you need a travel rod, but there's like no storage room. You bring your steez. It's the only place that it makes sense is like you road trip in a sports car, not a Bentley, like insane. A sports car.
That's what you are. You drive a BMW X30 to
roll up to the bank.
Go pick up McDonald's.
Bust this out. Look like you're about to build a sniper rifle and assassinate someone.
Get assassinated yourself. I don't know. All right. So Rar says the arc rods. These are the Bass Finesse series.
Yep.
Rar says they're actually a tapered rod. So what he means by tapered is talking about like the sort of you get extreme sensitivity and stiffness out at the end of the rod where you're kind of feeling what's going on and you're able to control the action of whatever it is you're trying to do. But then when it comes to the butt section, that forgiveness is there and you actually get some power. You're going to bend way further in the blank, but you get a lot of power. You got a fish fighting power for the bait finesse. So you're not making the line do the work, hence your break offs. So you go light line, longer casting, good control, which is exactly what you're getting with a lot of spinning rods. That's why people use them. And so that's that JDM style where they actually put a lot more design into the blank, other than just like, hey, this can cast downsize and it's some of our other stuff. It's the same action. This is not that.
Yep. Gotcha. We got some new Demiki colors. It's the armor shad.
And the armor shad is
maybe sizes.
I have a
3-inch.
The straight tail too, I think, is a little unique.
Yeah. 3-inch straight tail. This would be cool. These are great colors. I love it. And I need to get me some Demiki setups because I know it's cool.
Mine have all been bit. But can you tell me the difference between this Demiki armor shad, other than the size probably, and the drop minnow? Because the profile is almost identical.
Not much. It's probably a softer plastic and maybe not neutral buoyancy.
It's definitely nothing like it. I promise you. Yes, 100%.
Just different.
Very different.
So I don't know. All right. Dirty Jigs compact double willows. You got to be new colors.
I'd like to know how compact.
Well, let's find out. How compact are you? Any size?
The colors are phenomenal. Maybe? They crushed it. This sexy shad is better. The citrus shad is better than any sexy shad I've ever seen.
This bluegill is one of my favorite swim jigs. I have.
And look at the one right next to it. That's your fall. Go to the left. You got your spring. This color is really good.
Hang on.
Yes. No, not that one. That one is good. That's your dark water. Where's the green? Yeah, that one. The last one in that row.
Oh yeah. The bream. Alabama bream.
This is your spring. This is your spring bluegill all day.
Bruh. Oh, yo, Crispy in the house with 5 gift subs. Let's go. Crispy's the dude. All right, so what does that mean? We have Jeffrey Huff, Project Adventure Fishing, the Sloth.
Let's
go. It's the Slothinator. We got
Spankenberg. Let's have it, bro. Let's have it, bro.
Chill.
I love
They're gonna think we're weird. They won't come to our members only.
We are weird, and that's why they're coming. I hope.
that wasn't publicly known until now. Frank Spangenberg and Evan York, welcome aboard the Burley Crew. We
So
appreciate you,
happy to have you.
Crispy. That's awesome. All right, so yeah, dirty jigs, new colors and stuff. Those are great jigs. Love them. Love the spinner baits too. They're fantastic. I would love 1,000 more of these. Swim jig head. I haven't used their swim jig head, the guppy swim bait, but I've seen it around a bunch. Looks neat. These evergreens are insane.
Very.
The last ace. How do we not have any of these yet?
That's the one. So the ultra, the 103S.
Yeah.
And honestly, the 75. Frankly, I'm pretty hyped on these. These are cool, man. They're
four for $12.
They're so expensive, $3 a piece. But I mean, really,
wow.
These days for JDM, that's that's below average. Think about the Koke or whatever it is.
The Jeezy.
How big is that?
So this is 1.8 inches. 1.8
yeah, we
inches.
didn't need this for $13.
Using Texas rig with a size 1 or 1/0.
I don't want to be a jerk because like evergreen's great, but why did they make that?
I don't know.
You know how many of those are out there right now?
These have to be just new colors as well, I think. Yeah.
What is
new,
it?
Oh no, new frog.
That's Gambler.
The Gambler frog.
Yeah, it's Gambler.
Neat. I'd fish it.
I mean, this looks exactly like a Spro to me.
Oh, I found a new trolling motor for our kayaks.
Yeah, it's only 4K. We'll be all right.
Oh my god, the Force Pro.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Oh, it only comes in a 50-inch. We'll have to custom fit that. All right. Oh well. Here's the Great Lakes rod. $3.99.
Let me show some folks some things real quick. So if you were on the last podcast, you heard about this. I want to show you the guides real quick. So these are the guides we were talking about. These are the microwave guides. Why are they using these? One, these are extremely light. This is all metal, stainless steel, very pretty durable. Not very, but way more durable than the Daiwa AGS. But you see how small the diameter where your line actually goes through? That is. Let me show you the AGS.
Velocity and distance.
Let me show you the AGS.
Can confirm the casting distance on that microwave guide is solid. I've been using fish
you and I
with them a long time.
We're gonna do with these two rods because they're the same price. We're gonna do a casting competition here. So the exterior circle of the Great Lakes Finesse is smaller than the internal where the line goes through.
Yeah, there you go.
This entire guide, the outside where the line's not even going through, is actually smaller than this entire guide.
Yep.
Where the line feeds on versus this one is probably 1/5, if not less, of the size.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different concept on casting. And then your next guide, again, it's the whole system. Your next guide is about a fifth of where the Daiwa is.
That's so wild.
Your next one is about half. And then the rest of them are like maybe 5% smaller, 1 or 2 millimeters.
And granted, one is a shaky head, one is finesse, but like the whole series is not going to line up either. It's a different
concept. Also, look at how close these ended up being.
Oh yeah,
dude, that is very, very similar. Like,
yep,
that's wild. I got pretty dang close on that one.
Proud of you, dude. Good job. All right. Other than that, they've got new colors in the Juvie Craw, which I called the Groovy Craw earlier because I think it's groovy. But the Juvie Craw, the Helgramite, this whiskey barrel color in the Helgramite is insane. I am gonna fish it on the river this weekend. We're going river fishing.
Talking about that.
Yep. We're gonna go hit the river. We've never had our Newports on the river, so we're going on. We're gonna try to find like a more wider, deeper,
making our way downtown.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll have the Juvie Craws out, the Helgramites, the Ned Bug. The Ned Bug is gonna hammer on the river. It's gonna be insane.
That's what I'm planning on, and it will be on that makeshift version of that super nice rod.
Yep. Then we got the new colors and everything else. Pretty neat stuff. Greenfish, this like Arky style jig is freaking cool. Like this little line tie section that they designed for this is awesome from Greenfish. Yeah. I like that a lot. Humminbird made stuff. Cool. Moving on. We got the Jackall Drift Fry 3.0. Can I get it? Oh, we could buy these now. I tried
the 3.
I know. I tried so hard to get drift fries. It's 3 inches. This is the one I wanted. And like I had to get them from Digitaga.
We got to do another order here, or what are we doing?
I mean, I think we got to get some Wakasagis or some silver IUs. Sorry for those who yell at me for pronouncing things wrong. I just like AU. It just sounds cooler.
Rar's
Dude,
like, bro, the drift fry's old. Actually, I was on the chat
I
today
know, but I
with
couldn't get
Rar.
it.
I was on the chat with Rar today, and one of the most coveted BFS rolling baits is just about to drop. They're about to get a full refresh. So I think his actual comment, and this cemented me as Amir's, like, is now in the Hall of Fame of people. He goes, looks like rolling is back on the menu, boys. And I was like,
that's good.
yes,
that's good. How did they know what a menu was? How did they know?
We are back.
All right. Fishing with Ali G, member for 3 months, been slaying on my Bankin' Creek bag. Everything I have tied from Great Lakes Finesse gets bites. They have rods now. Groovy. You're right, Ali. It is super groovy. It's a great rod. I've fished it 2 days now, and I love the thing. So hard agree. Fantastic. Also, I wanted to call out Andrew Brandstrom. Just found this channel. I hope you like it. We're weird here. If you like nerdy fishing stuff, you're in a great spot, my friend.
Want to watch me cut up a t-shirt?
He started the show with that. All right. So we got a new swim bait from Mock Baits.
Thanks for that. We're good.
Swim bait.
Next.
It's a swim bait. I mean, it's
whatever, dude.
It's kind of neat.
It's a mock swim bait. It doesn't.
How many do I get for $7? I get 8 for $7. Okay,
don't.
at least
just
the price isn't terrible. This new color that Megabass is running right now, the GP Baby Kingo.
So this color,
somebody's gonna slaughter.
This is a limited release color, and only about 3 retailers got them. If you guys want to give some credit where credit is due, the Hookup Tackle had this about a month, 2 weeks before TW, and they've been all over it, and they have all of them. So all the 110 Junior, 110+1, everything. So and I will tell you right now, that I want this Karashi so bad because I don't have one. I have
you need a Karashi,
but I need a Karashi, and it's kind of on my list. I know I don't need that color, but it did remind me that if I was at the Classic, I would have bought a Karashi because that is I need to have one, honestly.
You do. It's fantastic. I got this one.
Such a cool bait.
And I caught a ton on that. There was a really tough day, late summer last year.
I'll never forget it.
And this thing popped off. It was amazing. So yeah, I hard agree. Great bait. You guys should try it.
Dude, if you guys are not following Stinky River Tom, go do that on Instagram.
Cheers, brother.
He has some really cool, he's always got something cool cooking, whether it's baits, a little hack. I know he's looking at unlimited, so I hope you made the call, but I know he's looking at maybe an unlimited, and he does the big fish. So he goes after a lot of muskie and pike. So cheers, man. Good to see you here. And if you're not following him, go look him up on Instagram. He's a super nice guy.
Welcome aboard, Tom. Appreciate you, man. Scott Vermonter. We are all Scott Vermonter.
We are all Scott Vermonter. We're all Scott.
We are Scott Vermonter.
Dude, that literally, I still can't get that out of my head. All I see is Brad Pitt.
Yep. We are all Scott Vermonter. If you guys, if you want to understand the inside joke of what that is, go to the members only live because that's where that came from. But
I'm sorry if you're lost.
Scott gets it. Weird? Never. Also, Fishing with Ali G just gifted a membership as well. Thank you so much, Ali. That's awesome. To NILJW Helt. My dude, welcome back aboard. You just got gifted a sub, buddy.
We'll see you for the members only.
See you there. All right. Other new things. Is this this can't be the 36,
this is it.
Is it?
This is it.
No,
this is the Tarova
36 just
for
dropped.
sale, just cut down, just released 2 weeks ago. This is a different version, a cheaper version.
Dude, this is the one you actually wanted.
Because they have the foot lever.
It has a foot lever. This is what we needed. Yours is gonna work fine.
But I spent less for a nicer trolling motor.
Yep. Yeah. So this is like their base. This isn't their. Is it their base? This is their base level Tarova.
I think so.
Power drive, and then Altera, and then above. So yeah, the Tarova. Yeah, the Ultra X. Yeah. So the Tarova. I mean, it's still wicked solid. And this is now
they're all
one
great.
that you can bow mount this
frankly,
if you can't find an XI3.
Yeah. Frankly, look, I've been putting this off for years. Getting a trolling motor. Shout out to New Canoe for hooking us up with a deal. We paid for it, but great deal.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, now that I've done it just for one day, I would tell, and having installed it, I think you're right, actually. I would tell you about that. We'll talk about it in a second. I would tell you that if you could
This
only
thing
have
is
one
sick.
motor, this is the one I would get.
Yeah, this thing it's sick. It's also got like their speed prop
New
on
blade,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So there you go. They answered the question. Everybody was asking all through the winter, what are we gonna do? No XI3s. Well, here you go. Here's your solution.
1,500 for spot lock is a great deal.
It's essentially $100 more than the XI3 spot lock was. XI3
It's
spot lock
nothing.
was
That's nothing.
$13.49. I don't know, but this one might include the bow mount plate, the quick release plate too. So they're actually the same price.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't say it anywhere
I don't
at
think it
all.
does because Minn
Yeah,
Kota
I
makes you
might be
pay for
crazy.
everything, dude. I do not think it does.
Yours came with one, but that also might have been part of like our deal of what we got. I don't know.
It was a separate purchase.
But anyways, so there's that. Hey, look, here's another one with the split ring on it. Well, not a split
Missile.
ring, an actual ring.
Missile.
Missile jigs. Let's go.
Theirs is the nice one.
So this is designed for strolling. You can tell because the weight of the head is lifted up a little bit more. This is like what you want in a strolling jig. So the
head for me is a little big. This is like for upsize.
Yeah, so like I mean,
8th ounce, 332.
Starts at 116, dude. So it's 116.
I know, but I would need to see that because if that head looks like that,
yeah,
it's going to be a problem.
Well, it's lead and it starts at a higher weight, but yeah, so $8.99 4. But do you get a pack? It's a 2-pack. A little pricey. We picked up the Range Roller jigs, which granted don't come up to a 3/8 ounce at a 5/0, but the Range Rollers from Owner are a 3-pack and they're around similar pricing. So it's another option.
Makes a good point. We're splitting hairs here a little bit, but he says strolling doesn't always need rolling. Rolling is its own thing. So very true, very true. But this one is, I mean,
yeah,
that's what it's gonna be doing.
Oh, NetBait just dropped a mooch minnow.
Whatever, dude.
the net
striking, I think, did one too.
The prop duster. All right, so that's out now.
There's already a prop duster too. Everything about this drop makes me mad. And NetBait, this is not NetBait's MO, honestly. So it's a little weird.
These are glitter blades, so they got the double flake blade.
Already hate it, but I will say, of all the blades I've seen with color on them, gold and blue might be the only one that I would give it up for.
Bro, purple.
No,
there's purple on this blade.
Is it purple or blue?
That was purple. That's insane.
Oh, I do see some purple. Yeah, there is, but the royal blue, I like that.
This I want to buy. We need to get some of these. So this was a really cool little thing that just dropped from Nomad.
Yeah,
this is a TPE plastic, and what they have these little lead chambers. Yes. I don't know if you guys have seen this. So you get this tool. Actually, the tool's on the previous page. So hang on, I'll show you guys the tool. There it is. So you get this like little tube and these lead balls, little lead weights, right? And then you just shove that tube, and it's like self-sealing with the TPE. So you shove the tube in there, you drop the ball in, you pull the tube out, and you can adjust the weight in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chambers on this.
Kind of cool. It's real cheap too. $15 for a 4-pack. Wow, what a deal! This is should have bought a kayak territory.
Is it a 4-pack though?
Yeah.
Or is it just one?
It literally says 4-pack.
Oh, okay, 4-pack with 2 tungsten weights. So you got to buy that little weight kit as well. How much is their weight kit? $8.99 for the.
I'm a hard pass on all
tungsten.
Great idea. Cool.
Tungsten, not lead. I said lead. I was wrong.
Get me out of here.
Thank you. RAR corrected me too. Eventually, RAR, I learned to read. You just got to wait for me, okay? But it is tungsten, 16-pack.
So expensive, dude.
It comes in a little case. I don't care. I'm getting it. I'm trying it.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Of course I am. This one's got the wings.
Look, you know what else I hate about this? Like, you're gonna get that plastic ripped off at some point or broke off.
There's your drift fry.
Like, what is that doing? That's just putting it inside of a fish. What are we doing? This is a mistake.
I don't know. I don't know that that's true. I'm gonna try it. Somebody's got to try it. Paul's completely out. I'm completely in.
We didn't need this.
Yep. We got this bait powder that has been a super secret thing for a long time, but is now readily available. I don't do any fish attractant stuff. You guys think we're crazy for not doing it. Remember that? So Paul, we did I think we made a video on it. We were like all the smells. We did the stinky video. It's somewhere on the channel, you guys, but we bought like every bait.
I remember,
scent.
yes.
And we never ended up like fishing them, but We checked them out.
Maxent, I believe in and will pay for, and Power Bait Plastics.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Pen. This is the Picasso ball head jig is pretty neat.
I love that.
That's pretty cool.
I've just
I like
seen
that
it
a lot.
everywhere. Someone is making that. I don't think this is them.
Fair enough. Some new Plano Weekender series with a little like cover top. I don't know.
Dude, could you imagine?
We have
could you imagine trying to
10,000
go
bags in our basement.
Could you imagine trying to go up against Evolution with this shit?
Yeah, there's
What the
I don't
frick,
know.
dude? This is a nice bag. Like what? What?
It's a bag. It's a bag. What is a Power Pole 1 pump? I don't even know what this is.
I don't want to know, and it sounds like it should be on a different website.
What? Absurd. What does this do? It's just lighter.
Don't read it out loud.
And quieter. Insert pole, right? Hang on.
Okay, great.
Anyway, so that's the thing now. Neat.
Got that. Thank God.
Prototype frogs.
Look at these $9 and $11 frogs. Jesus.
Yeah, and then we got the Antares, the Tranks updates. Twin power, $500 spinning
I want
reel.
the Altegra.
Altegra could be a win.
I want the Altegra.
Yeah, the FD.
And that's the FD. So it's the same upgrades that their Stella and some of their other reels have gotten over the past 3 years.
Neat. All right, so NILJW Helt. I need to know how to pronounce the first part of this, my buddy. I'll just say Helt. Helt says Power Pole 1 pump is a Power Pole control pump. It allows you to run a single pump to 2 poles. That's cool. Because so many more people, well, like boaters were already doing this, but for the micro pole, like you set up 2 a lot of the times now on kayaks. Because if you guys have never used a power pole, if you have 1, then you have a pivot point and you end up swiveling with the current. But if you have 2, you can park it. So that is, now I like it. How much was that though? Because the power pole is already like $600 each.
Well, exactly.
It's $2,000.
Oh, what a deal!
Do I get 2 power poles with this? Like, what?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Oh, all right. And now
Udenko Bates says I could see you guys making a gaming channel, bruh. You don't even know. We've been that one's been simmering in the crock pot for a decade.
Dude, I've wanted to.
We want to
so bad. Like if we could have got in early with Dark Souls,
we would have done it.
Mario Maker.
We could have done it with anything. I wouldn't even speed run. I'd slow roll it live, and it would just be us goofing around. We could have done it. We missed it by 2 years. Yep. Honestly, 2 years.
If you guys don't know, just ask Chaz. Like my YouTube feed is all speed runs. Like I just watch video game speed runs because it's like the craziest thing. And I've speed runned before. I'm terrible at it, but it's fun. It's fun to try and just beat games fast. Like it's cool.
I love everything about video games.
Yeah, I come from the era of like speed running Mario 64 and Banjo Kazooie. Like those were the days. Yeah. Dude, stream Mario Kart. All right, fair enough. Mario Kart 64.
Pod Racer. Okay. Pod Racer 2000.
Yeah. You know what's fun is playing. I play my kids in Mario. So I have Mario Kart 8.
Oh, that's sad. You can't do that. They don't know about any of the jumps. They don't know any tunnels. They don't know. They don't know how to dodge a blue shell. They don't know about holding bananas behind you. All 12 of them. Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and block you out, dude. You can't. They don't know, bro. That's savage. That's savage.
I just dominate them, and I'm like, dude, listen, I'm teaching you life lessons. Sorry,
that's bizarre. Is what that is.
They're like, Dad, play Mario Kart. I'm like, okay. I wonder if I remember.
Why are you getting out 2 shovels? Oh, these are for you.
Yep. Sorry.
With a body.
You're about to get wrecked.
You're about to get bodied, child.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, back to Bates. But one day I'm sure we'll do a gaming channel. So Shimano has the Gravitator. Why didn't we buy this? $50 one day.
$50. That's why. It's cheaper. It's cheaper than the KGB though. I mean, by a lot. So it has the same build. I don't know if you noticed that. It has almost the same body style. The head's different, but otherwise it's pretty dang close.
It's very Shimano-y. You can see all the circuitry. Yeah.
It's chatty. So for $50, if it's anything similar, holy smokes! Because it looks like it has the same paint job too. I don't know if you noticed the finish.
They have. Let's look at a couple of colors. Yeah, so that's very. This is like the KGB I have.
It is. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's neat. It's just like just seeing all the internals.
Pieces, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. All right, then they got their jerk baits. What else is like actually new though? These aren't new sashimi. I mean, maybe new colors, but the Spro cover jumper.
Yeah.
Oh, they even glitter bladed it.
But it's straight. So I wonder. That's really interesting, actually. Look, Spro doesn't miss, guys. I'm here to tell you, if it's out there, like, it's good. Not a lot of companies that you'd say that about.
Yeah, it is. I think we got to try this one. Those split tail grub on there.
How big is it?
That's pretty neat.
It looks small.
It is. It's got a 4/0 hook. It doesn't tell me what size it is. I don't know, man. It's probably pretty compact.
It looks small, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's probably pretty compact. I don't know.
Yeah.
So slender curved head design helps it slip through grass.
You love that.
You gotta love a
slender. Not the word you want, not the descriptor I was looking for personally.
Oh, here it is. This is what we're waiting for.
The copy weed.
Tumbleweed. We got a floating and a salted version.
Great.
Cool. So yeah, this is who is it? Was it who was talking about the Dungeons and Dragons? Who made that post
Die?
first? Yeah.
I don't remember who it was.
Oh man, dang it. I wanted to give credit where credit was due, but somebody did relate this to the Dungeons and Dragons dice because it's very much just like that. That's absurd. Oh man. All right. Well, they did it. You did it, guys. $10. How many do I get for $10? 4.
That's so it is 400 times cheaper than the whatever thing.
OSP rubber dice. The OSP rubber dice
20 for a 4-pack, I think.
5 for 25, I think it is. So it's like $5 each versus this one's gonna get you it for like $2.50 each. Yep. So it's an option. I mean, if you wanted to get into the dice game, maybe you roll the Dungeons and Dragons and you see if you can get a 20.
Whatever.
There you go. You win. All right.
The next one I want this.
The Slim Zacco. We got to pick up some of these when they become available. April 11th, day after my birthday. Let's go. Birthday present from Yamamoto. Thanks, Gary. 3.5 inch.
I forgot to mention this when we were talking about remember we were talking about brands or whatever that you would fish for, and I was like, mine would be Yamamoto. If it wasn't Z-Man, this is why. The Zacco is sick. It is as good as any other trailer out there. It's also really good on its own, but just on a hook. It's good on a drop shot. This thing is sick. Wow. I love the Zacco. I like.
Look at that. It's like a great trailer though for chatterbaits. It's like perfection.
I love all their. They really do such a good job.
Yep. Every time I slap this on a spinnerbait or a chatterbait, I catch fish. So I would love to have a 3.5 inch more compact version. So fantastic. Love to see it. Looks like some new colors from Yum. We got the Hammer Craw.
So I'm assuming we're getting that.
I mean, yeah, it's got little kicky flanges.
The Scutterbug looks actually kind of sick.
So the Scutterbug is like the old Biffle bug. You remember the Biffle bug?
Yeah.
I don't think it has a hollow chamber, but it's just got this long tail. So the Biffle bug had a hollow chamber.
That's cool.
Yeah, this thing
that's like Michigan styles. That's a 3-inch, right?
Yeah, they have a 3.5 and a 4.5.
Perf.
So the Yum Scutterbug.
We'll have to reach out to the boys and get those.
Yeah, we can. That's true. All right, and then rounding it out, we got to the Z's. We made it, you guys. So we got Z-Man, the Elite Evo Mini Max, and the Baby Jack. So they came out with 2 more compact designs. So if you guys haven't fished the original Mini Max, that thing is sick. It has changed many days for me. And so we just picked up 2 different colors, our favorite 2 colors for these. Actually, I should switch views since we already have these. And then we have the Baby Jack as well, which I've already fished and caught on. These are unfished, as you can see.
There's also new sizes. So 1/4 ounce for the Baby Jack. They've never had it. It's been 3/8 and a half forever. The 1/4 on the river is going to be incredible.
So we ended up getting a 3/8 for the white chartreuse, and we got a 1/4 ounce for that bluegill. I love the bluegill color, and these do have the bluegill has the glitter blade. If you haven't fished the glitter blade, I was fully out on it. I was like, what the heck is this all about? I'm
I have
actually
one
in.
foot in. I have 1 foot in. I'm not.
I
I
I've
would not
I've
pick it. I'd
both
go
feet.
painted. I think
Both feet.
striking crushes Z-Man
Yeah.
on the painted blade. I think their painted blade is so much better.
But here's the thing you got to keep in mind,
finish is
because
so good.
from the design team, from Jose on the design team putting these things together, the glitter, two purposes. Number one, you get a little extra flash. It truly does flash. I've noticed that. Two, it protects painted blades. So when they add the glitter, there's a coating that goes over it. So if you have painted blades, they always chip. The paint chips off, and then you end up with just a silver blade. This protects the painted coating, which is kind of nice on like your black and blues and the green pumpkin blades. So it makes
Those
it
are the
last
ones.
longer. Yeah,
which is. But I mean,
think super cool.
I would tell you like that. The Thunder Chicken's blades coating is nicer. It holds up so much better.
I disagree. Like, I like Thunder Chickens, but I'm out. Nah, I'm grabbing this every time.
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't grab it, but I like the blade is better.
What are we doing? Why didn't I share?
I don't know.
Oops.
What are we doing?
Just showing you a blank screen there.
Here's
Baby
stuff.
Jack.
There it is.
So yeah, last one is the Baby Jack. We have this in green pumpkin and the shad color. Where's that shad color? Not Shiner.
Can you? Wolf of Walmart was asking if they have the green pumpkin seed. I do not think they have that in the plastic. In the plastic.
Oh, for the new 3.5-inch chatter shads?
Yes.
Hang on. Chatter shad.
Gotta look out for my boy. If you guys aren't following Wolf of Walmart, go do it. Just super great guy. He's a dad, so you know we always got that connection going, and great at rigging out a kayak, and always has some funny stuff coming out. So definitely give him a follow. Another good content creator out there. Just genuine guy.
Heck yeah! What color was he looking for?
Green pumpkin seed. I'm just going from memory.
No, they just got green pumpkin.
I didn't think they did. We have the green pumpkin. It's their standard one, but I wouldn't think that they would have that one, even though that color is great.
Yeah. So we usually get chartreuse and white, which is great, and then not that one. Nope. Bluegill. This bluegill color came out of nowhere, because when they shipped it out, I was like, "Why is this bluegill?" Like, I hated it.
I hated this color. It made no sense. I was never going to use it, but it's the only thing that matches one of the color schemes for their chatterbait.
I caught a trillion fish on that last year, and we picked up more in the 3.5. So we're going to be testing that out as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually get that. I get the white chartreuse, and then I get a white and maybe the deal. And like,
love the deal.
That's it. I don't get any other colors.
The deal is the most flexible color I think that Z-Man makes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
more than green pumpkin, because you can swim stuff.
There you go. Chat, did we miss anything? I know there was there was a few, like we said, the Cash In Lone Star edition was like a custom special release. There's maybe some other things like that we might have missed. I know we didn't go. One day we're gonna go to the Bassmaster Classic.
We almost did, but with all the job stuff,
I didn't have a job.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
So I was trying to get a job. Something was happening last year too, and it was closer last year, but I don't know.
We don't have a trailer either, and if I'm gonna go for that long, I kind of want to like go fish too. So I think we need to get a trailer. It hurts, but we got to do it.
It's next on the list. We're going to try and find a way to get a dual kayak trailer so we can go on some of these trips, and would like to have that before June when we go to Kayak Adventure Series. So we'll see. DeBurley says Knoxville next year. Yeah, Knoxville would be great. I would love to go to
9 hours. Let's rip it.
I was like 10 hours. Yeah.
Something like that.
Sounds about right for Tennessee.
I think Kentucky's like 8.
Yeah. We could do that. We'll plan on it. We'll come down there. We'll flip around, find out. Yell at Big Bite Baits for taking our.
It's the highest order of thievery. They just took it.
Imagine just coming after Big Bite Baits and be like, "Yo, bro,
what is
wrong with you?
You bunch of thieves!
Why didn't we trademark it? I know we weren't the first ever.
We talked. No, so it's fine. We said it. No, we said it. Like we were like, "Wow, what a great idea!" And everyone loved the design, and we were like, "We should trademark this." And I remembered going, It's not worth it. Knowing that later I would look back and be like, someone's going to copy this at some point.
We could have charged Big Bite Baits for that and stuff.
$15. They could be cutting me a little check.
I'll take 25 cents per FAFO bait sold. Thank you.
What?
Crushing.
I already think you're insane. Oh my God.
Love it. All right. Let's do some slow rolling thunder and pop out of here. What do you think? Okay. So this was actually on the list to talk about last week when we had the kayak angler crew on and Marty on. And unfortunately we didn't get to this question because we talked way too much about other things, but it's a good question. So yak anglers or boat anglers or bank anglers, if you guys are in chat and you don't have a kayak and you fish differently, that's totally fine. What is your actual like biggest fear when you're out in the kayak, when you're out in the boat, even if you're co-angling or if you're on the bank? Like, what's your actual biggest fear? Paul, what's yours? Is it flipping? Like, I don't even think it's flipping. Like, what is your biggest fear? I think for me, it's just losing a combo over the side, which is so easy to do.
It's losing something very expensive. That's my biggest fear, is losing a battery.
Yep. Oh, battery is a good one.
We're all strapped up, and like that's actually the thing I would lose last. Combos is what I would lose. I can dive 15 feet, so I'm probably getting those back.
Not in 42-degree water. You're not.
But you know what I mean, in general. I will say that it's funny. It should be getting hooked through the foot. That should be my number one.
I've never feared that even once.
But you don't. But that should be your number one. It happens so often that you're within inches of doing that. But it's not. It's losing. But it's not. It's losing a battery. That's what I'm scared of.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it. I'd say losing something or something breaking. It's usually not even flipping. Is not even on my mind. We're wearing
getting hooked. Honestly, I don't care.
PFD and stuff. So
now.
Oh yeah, we just got the legit.
I don't have to worry about getting hooked at all. Actually, I want to get hooked. I hope I.
Oh, you got the chartreuse one, you jerk! I got a blue one.
Sucks to suck, bro.
You suck. Trade.
You have a chartreuse, literally everything. You have chartreuse toilet paper. You're trying to tell me I can't get one thing.
What are you talking about? I don't even like
drinking out. Who are you talking to? And so, dude, this is the D hooker, you guys. I'll post this video for you tomorrow. I filmed one last night.
Are you gonna hook yourself?
No.
Do it.
But there's a guy who's just doing it freely for the internet. So I already have that video.
Yeah, you should do it too.
Stop it. Maybe I will.
Tell him to do it.
But you know what's savage? The picture they put in here. Look how deep this hook is.
Oh yeah, he works in ER and
prepare to be dazzled.
Yeah, freaking
that thing is like 2 inches down past the barb. Like, what are we doing?
This is just
that is dank. That is like it's in his bone.
Yeah.
That's a woman. That is not that guy.
Is it? Are you sure?
Look at that hand. That's
perhaps he has slender arms.
Slender. That's slender. This is inside of an artery right now, and he's just gonna rip it out. He's just gonna rip it out.
Dude, if you haven't seen this guy's videos, go check out the D hooker.
No, you'll see one tomorrow. I pulled one off of their account and put it in the video, so you'll see it tomorrow.
All right, let's see what chat said. The D water, the D what now?
The hooker. I'll put it in here right now for you guys. Hang on 1 second.
He knows. It's Ramon Outdoors. He knows what he's talking
about. Well, I take it all back. I didn't see that.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. Yeah. All right. So biggest fears that I see from you guys as a boat angler, biggest fear is wrecking when fishing new lakes. Fished a couple with lots of shoals and rocks. That's valid. The number of fish wreck, like boat wreck videos I've seen, just drives me crazy. Like I am actually really. It's because I have kids. I'm really worried about that. I never would have worried about that until after having kids. I'm very, very concerned about that. Getting skunked is valid. That's a valid fear. Where there's a will, there's a way. We have this rule when we go fishing. It's called one.
Well, there's a will, there's a problem.
There's a problem. There will be a problem, but we have this rule: one for the road, or the OTR, the odor. And if it gets cold, you can't leave until somebody catches a fish.
Can't leave till you get one. That's when you got to step up your game.
And Paul's like, Paul's like, I got to get off the water at 12:30, and I'm like, oh yeah, you do.
It's 12. It's 12:29 and a half, and he's like, odor.
It's a rule. It's
Son
law.
of a-
It's gospel. Sorry, bud. Call your wife. You're not going home till you catch fish. Deal with it.
It's catch a fish. Be better. You can go home whenever you
Be
want.
better. Just Greg, this is a good one. Losing phone keys or wallet. That is. I never really worry about this.
Don't
And
worry about it.
somebody called it out because in the my kayak walkthrough on the Titan X and the new canoe, I was like, I have this track pack. It's empty. I just put my keys in here. And somebody was like, if it's too. You said this? Whatever.
I said this for sure.
It opens to the inside. He was like, if it gets too hot, it might like not latch very well, and then like you're gonna lose your keys.
I can't trust those for keys, wallet, phone. There's no way.
Well, now they go in my short stack. They're in the short stack.
Yeah, there's no way, dude.
Or in the Titan X, they go in the front hatch. It's like a perfect place for them. They just live up there. Don't ever put your keys in the wilderness systems crate in the top section.
Unless you like liquid keys.
They will melt. They will be 4,000 degrees. Oh, yeah. The wife calling from Tim. Oh, no.
Bro, you don't even know.
This has happened multiple times. The number of times that we've gotten a call that some child, usually Paul's, has been injured.
One time she dropped a 15-pound. She was 3. Dropped a 15-pound weight on her big toe. Blasted that motherfucker.
That's never fun. And you're like, I gotta go. Also, I have to rush off the water. Also, hopefully, I don't leave anything behind.
Yeah, and then before. Jeff just goes odor.
Your wife and your daughter will never forget this moment. Odor, loser. You can't leave. Just try this on your buddies, you guys. Let's all instead.
This is like sandwich punch. You've heard it. You know the rules. You're playing.
You guys are now all playing the game. So if you're out fishing with somebody, you are now allowed to call one for the road. And you may not leave until you catch a fish.
Any fish.
Yes. Why? Yes. Also, probably like snagging a glide bait, like casting off a glide bait, $30 plus swim baits, and or snagging them on a tree. Pretty awful. Paul lost a $20 spy bait 20 feet up into a evergreen.
My favorite
tree.
One.
It was the Spro.
My favorite one in the whole world. Like my little
gone. Baby. Yes. Legit, Eric, losing a side plate. I've done that. Done that. It sucks.
Basshole, New Hampshire. Basshole, New Hampshire gets it because that's actually the second time this has happened in this show where the joke has come full circle.
It all comes all the way.
I gotta bring them back. I have to bring
concentric.
Them back. I literally look when jokes happen. I keep mental catalog and I'm biding my time. Like I'm like a viper in the grass.
Oh my gosh. All right. One more and we out of here? Are we talking about this thing right here?
Yeah, do it.
Do this
if
one?
We're doing an order. I don't care.
Hang on. I'm going to pull it up. You tell the folks about it. I'll pull it up on
So Ashigan, they're big smallie guys. That's their whole brand. Really is based around the bronze mouth bass is what I'm going to call it. And they have this thing called Smallie Games. And it is basically, it is a board game that you can get, and you get a number, like an ID number when you get it. And
streams and waders.
Yep, streams. So you get it. Shoots and ladders, just more hardcore, a little more metal. I love it. As you get pieces too. So if let's say you catch, I think 18 or 17 is the smallest to count towards a piece. So if you catch like an 18-inch smallmouth, you take a picture of it, you send it to them. Gosh. They approve your piece, and you put your piece on the board, and you got to do that 50 times. And then you can win the Smallie Games. And if you're a Smallies master, I mean, they keep track of that stuff. They're looking for the 21 inchers. That's what they're looking for.
It's a whole freaking game, you guys.
It's so sick. And it's like interactive. There's rules and everything. It's amazing.
If you get a 23 plus, you get 20 black squares.
That's insane, by the way.
That's
completely insane. That's like a quarter or maybe a third of the whole game.
Yeah, that's so absurd.
How fun is that? Wow. Honestly, this is the type of stuff where I'm like, dude, people, this is ingenious. I want to do this just because I think it's a good idea. I want to show it to people. So I'm thinking about picking a couple up. Doing it this year.
So they have this, and then they have
we're getting that.
Smallie Games. It says 2024. So behind. That's why it's on sale. But
I think it's even
they'll
better.
have
It's better
they'll have
that
a
way.
2025 edition, and then you get a koozie as
I love
well.
this. Pretty
Look
cool.
at that. That's freaking cool, dude. I love it. All right. Well, did we do it? We did it. That was fun, you guys. Lots of new stuff to check out. We do have a couple unboxings coming out, so that one commenter is going to be really mad when we unbox stuff instead of fishing. But we are fishing too, which is cool. And
He wouldn't know.
I think we ended up with a fishing video out of this weekend. We weren't going to make one. And then right after Paul left, I ended up catching fish. So it became a kind of like new setups testing day. So we got stuff out on the water, got to try out the new canoe builds that we just wrapped up like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Paul wrapped his up the night before we went fishing, actually. So new builds were tested and approved.
Put so many night hours into that build.
Yeah, you crushed
like
it. It's
12,
done. You did
12
it.
hours working at night, just with the heater on in the cold. Like, it was brutal.
Yeah. So got it done though. Got them out there in a terribly cold and windy day, but we got it done and we tested them and they worked. So new builds approved, and then the fish approved too. Eventually, it just took them a long time to warm up in 42-degree water, but eventually the bite kicked up, caught some fish. So we'll pump out a video for that. So that'll be our first like open water fishing video of the year, and we'll try and get that out in the next like week or so here. But this weekend, we're going to be testing out the new ports on the river. We're going to go hit the big river around here. We'll find a new section that we've never fished before. We're going to drop in. I think there's a dam at this section too, so we might get a little bank fishing at the dam first, and then we'll go above the dam and jet up with the new ports. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So stay tuned for that. Fishing videos will be coming now that we finally have open water and a little bit of time to get out there and fish around and find out a little bit. It's going to be awesome. Other than that, thanks for hanging out with us again tonight, you guys. And new members, welcome aboard. We got a members only live April 15th. So as Crispy said in the chat, be there. Y'all better be there.
That's right. He's calling you out. If he hooked you up, you better pay the dividends. Pay the man back.
Yeah, how can you let him down? Don't let Crispy down. Come on now. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. We love y'all. And Chaz,